Sis, I heard from Mom. Is it true you were seriously injured and hospitalized?
Ellie, I'm sorry for worrying you. Thanks for calling.
Are you okay to text now?
I'm fine. I broke my leg, my knee or thigh the femur. I can move my hands fine. I'm okay. I'm in a hospital room, so I can't make phone calls, but at least I can text.
I see. Well, that's great you can text. But when I heard about your accident, I was so surprised. I thought my heart would jump out of my chest.
I know, I was surprised myself.
So, how are you feeling?
The surgery was a success, but I can't walk, so I have to stay in the hospital for a while.
Oh, really? All right.
I'm going to take rehabilitation seriously.
Oh, yeah. I guess you'd have to. I bet you're in pain, too.
Well, it's only been a few days since the accident. I'm still in pain. Still, it's getting a lot better. If the pain gets too bad, I just tell the nurse and she gives me some painkillers. Thank God for that.
I'm glad to hear that, but I can't believe you're in so much pain that you have to take medicine. It sounds like it's really tough. Is there anything you need right now? I'll bring whatever you need, so don't hesitate to ask.
Okay, thanks. I'm okay for now, but if I need anything else, I'll take you up on that.
Yeah, okay.
Kevin, it's your lunch break, right?
Yeah, it is.
Sorry to interrupt your break. I have a favor to ask you.
What is it?
Could you bring a change of clothes to the hospital?
Huh? I'm busy.
I know, but I've been wearing the same clothes since I got into the hospital, so it's about time I changed.
Why don't you ask your mother for that?
Huh?
I'm going on a business trip tomorrow.
I didn't know that. You didn't tell me. It's a 2-hour drive for her, so I can't ask her. So then, can I ask you to bring it this evening?
Don't be absurd. I've got a lot of work to finish up today. I'm not going home early. Besides, I have to be out of the house by 6 a.m. tomorrow morning.
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I can't bear to wear the same clothes any longer, and I want to see you.
Huh? We're not two lovers who've just started dating. Don't be creepy.
You don't have to go that far.
If you need a change of clothes, just buy some. Why do I have to go? I can't have you calling me every time you need something like that.
Something like that? I'm sick. I can't go out because I can't walk and they don't sell clothes in the hospital. Did something happen at work that made you say that? This isn't like you.
It's your fault. I'm swamped at work recently, and to have you bother me with something as trivial as that, anyone would be irritated.
I'm sorry.
It pisses me off to hear you apologize so easily.
Huh? What should I do then? Even if I don't apologize, you get angry at me. I'm injured, so the least you could do is give me a little slack.
There you go. That's what you really want, isn't it? You got hurt on your own. What are you talking about?
Oh, Kevin.
Anyway, ask someone else to get your clothes.
Okay, I'll ask my sister. But I'm hurt too, and I'm depressed. I don't think you should talk to me like that. Kevin, you've changed lately.
How?
You used to be so kind, and you used to think of me first. But lately, you've become very cold towards me. I noticed it even before the accident. What's wrong? If you have something on your mind, just say it.
Nothing. I'm just busy at work.
I know you've been working a lot of overtime. I think it's hard to be busy at work. But you said you don't want me to cook dinner because you're going to eat it at work. I don't want you to do that.
Why do you have to bring that up now? It's got nothing to do with your injury or hospitalization.
If it's not a time like this, you won't even listen to me. The only time you ever contact me is when you're working late, and you don't need dinner. Put yourself in my position, waiting for you to contact me.
If I had time to contact you, I'd like to get my work done. Can't you even understand that?
You want me to understand how you feel, but you don't even try to understand how I feel.
Oh my god, you're so tenacious.
Sorry.
There you go, apologizing like that again. That's what irritates me.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I forgot to tell you.
What?
I'm going abroad the day after tomorrow, so don't call me unless it's urgent.
You're kidding. When I'm in the hospital?
You just got hurt on your own, that's your problem.
We're married, so it's not just my problem. If you can't make it today and you're going away on a business trip, I still need a change of clothes. The least you could do is come and see me before you go. Aren't you even worried about me?
Of course I'm worried about you, but one of my bosses at work invited me on a cruise ship trip.
Cruise ship?
I can't go on a cruise ship with you around because you would just complain about it. I thought it's a good time for me to go on a cruise ship. I'm really looking forward to going to a southern island.
You're kidding. I can't believe it. I'm about to go through a very hard time in rehab.
So then let me ask you, what is it I can do for you? Nothing, right? Even if I were there, I can't fix your injury, can I? Rehabilitation is something that only a specialist can do, right?
I guess that's true. You can't fix my injury, but I need you to support me emotionally. Just coming to visit me is enough.
You're really spoiled, Sylvia. Well, and I don't know what's gonna happen in the future.
Why do you say such hurtful things?
Anyway, I'm too busy with work to take care of you. You can take care of yourself.
If you're going to talk like that, I'm done. I won't ask you for anything again.
Yeah, do that.
Oh yeah, whatever, fine. Ellie, I'm sorry, I need a favor.
A favor? What's up?
Kevin is having a hard time. If you could bring a change of clothes to the hospital, that would be great.
Sorry, sis. I'm afraid I won't be able to make it for about 10 days. I'll be totally fine after that.
Oh, really? So your schedule's filled up for the next 10 days? Are you going somewhere?
That's right. I have an overseas business trip starting the day after tomorrow. I have to get everything ready by tomorrow.
Is that so? But I thought you had a desk job, and you have to go on a business trip?
Well, that's because I got promoted, so I was transferred to another department. It's really tough because it's taking time to get used to.
Is that so? I see you're working hard too.
Thanks, it's very rewarding. I'm really sorry I can't bring you a change of clothes.
That's okay. I feel bad because it's so far, but I'll ask Mom.
Yeah, do that. I'm sure Mom will be fine.
I wish Kevin would bring it to me in the first place. He's been kind of cold lately.
It's not his fault. He's busy with work too, you know.
Ellie, what's wrong?
No, it's just that he's got a lot going on because he has a business trip tomorrow. I don't think it's any wonder he can't go to the hospital when you ask him all of the sudden.
Huh? How did you know Kevin's going on a business trip tomorrow?
Oh, I don't know anything about that. You said he often goes on business trips. I just thought that if he said he couldn't come to the hospital, that's what he meant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. I know I told you that if you needed something, I'd bring it to the hospital. I'm sorry my business trip got in the way of me helping you out.
Yeah, no problem. By the way, how long is your overseas business trip starting the day after tomorrow?
6 days and 5 nights. Even though it's for work, it's been quite a while since I've been overseas, so I'm looking forward to it quite a bit.
Well, that's great. Have a safe trip.
Yeah, good luck with your rehabilitation, sis.
Thanks.
Sis, I'm in trouble. Please pick up the phone. Sis, what are you doing? Please return my call.
Sorry, I was sleeping. What's going on this time in the morning? And calls aren't allowed in hospital rooms.
You finally answered back. Then texting is fine. It's daytime here.
Oh, that's right. You're on a business trip.
That doesn't matter, sis. It's an emergency.
Emergency? What's going on?
It's really bad. Kevin got lost at sea.
What? Kevin?
That's right. He was on a cruise ship trip with his friends, right? My friend who was traveling with Kevin contacted me. I had a drink once with that friend of Kevin's. He contacted me. He said he didn't have your contact info.
Huh? Who's the friend?
That's not important right now. Anyway, he's someone you don't know. Of course, I guess there's a lot of crew on the boat. When they had some free time on the island, they thought they'd go a little deeper into the island. They went into the restricted area so that the crew wouldn't notice them. His friend swam to the end of the area and was found and saved. But they still haven't found Kevin. I happened to be in the area on a business trip. Anyway, I'll try to visit the location.
Ellie, wait a minute. Wait a minute, are you listening to me?
Sis, why did this happen?
So I told you earlier that I can't answer the phone, didn't I?
Sis, it's an emergency right now. This is not the time to be saying that.
Even so, rules are rules.
Sis, I understand why you don't want to believe that your Kevin is in trouble. Just hear me out, okay?
Something happened to Kevin?
We found him, but he was already in cardiopulmonary arrest. I just arrived at the hospital, but when I got there, he was already gone. His belongings were swept away with him. The rescue team found them and they're here. And they found out it was Kevin.
Ellie, is this true?
I know you don't want to believe it, but you don't think I would lie about something like this, do you? I know you've been in a lot of pain. I can't believe it either.
I know. I can't believe it either.
Yeah, I know.
What I can't believe is that nobody has contacted me.
What? I mean, they didn't have your contact information. I explained that to you earlier.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. But if his stuff was found and it was confirmed to be Kevin's, his wife, I would have been contacted as well, right?
Well, yes, but I have no idea why you weren't contacted.
I haven't heard anything from Kevin's parents either. What's going on?
Huh? Oh, what do you mean, what's going on?
Normally, the spouse, me, would have been contacted immediately, and I am sure his parents would have been notified too. If Kevin's parents knew about this, they would have contacted me immediately. And yet, I haven't heard a word from them. Don't you think it's strange?
Sis, this is not the time to talk about it. You have to work out the details about insurance and so on. You have a lot of work to do, don't you?
I don't care about that. What hospital are you at? And tell me the name of the friend who contacted you. I'll tell Kevin's parents and head over there right now.
I'm here, so you don't have to come.
What are you talking about? My husband is gone. How can I not go see him?
But we're overseas. I'm nearby and you're in the hospital and can't walk. At a time like this, you should let me handle it.
Ellie, you say that, but you're on a business trip, right? Are you sure you don't need to get back to work?
My brother-in-law is important to me. I don't care about work right now. Leave this aside of things to me. You do what you can there.
I was kidding when I said I was going right now. I haven't heard anything from the locals or from my relatives. I'm sorry, but I don't believe you when you just say my husband's dead.
So are you trying to say I'm lying?
Well, it's true that I don't believe you.
That's terrible, sis.
I really want to believe you, Ellie, but this time, I think it would be kind of strange if I did.
Sis, I don't blame you for wanting to escape from reality because you're in shock. But you feel sorry for Kevin, don't you?
Yeah, I thought something was strange.
What's strange?
That he suddenly said he was going abroad. Then you said you didn't care about working as long as you got paid. You getting a career advancement and going on an overseas business trip? I couldn't understand why. On top of all that, both of your schedules just happened to line up at the same time. If you say you aren't lying, then, as I said before, give me the friend's name and contact info. I'll talk to him myself.
I don't know his name either. We just had drinks together once and exchanged numbers. I introduced myself, but I forgot his name. Besides, I told my friend that my sister is in the hospital. You can't even call him. It would be a big hassle for you to get in touch with him.
I've already figured it out.
What?
Ellie, I knew it. You're lying.
You doubt me? I told you I'm not.
If you're going to lie, why don't you do a better job of it? Anyone can tell when you're lying. And you knew Kevin was on a business trip the day before. You knew I asked him to bring a change of clothes. Who told you that? That's impossible.
That's,
I've suspected it ever since.
What?
That you and Kevin might be having an affair.
Huh?
You like Kevin, right? So when I said something, you were angry, weren't you? You've always been a terrible liar, you know.
Sis, what are you talking about? You have other things to do right now. You know, this isn't the time to be talking about cheating or stuff like that.
You won't admit you're lying. Okay, fine then. However, I'm going to tell my parents and Kevin's parents. I'm going to report everything you've told me and our conversation the other day.
What?
Because Kevin might be dead, right? If that's the case, I can't not tell them, can I? I'm going to contact everybody right away. Bye.
Sylvia, what the hell are you doing?
I knew you were alive. You would be, wouldn't you?
Why didn't you believe Ellie? You're crazy not to believe what your own sister says.
Ellie? You guys are so close. If she really were my sister, she wouldn't try and betray me. And she would never have an affair with you, my husband. Besides, her lies were so bad. I knew it was a lie right away. If she were really trying to trick me, she could have done a little bit better of a job of it.
Shut up. I never thought you wouldn't believe it.
What do you mean, shut up? I'm in the hospital with an injury. You didn't even bring me a change of clothes. You lied to me and went off to have an affair with my sister. While I was in rehabilitation, you are fooling around with my sister. Are you kidding me? And she pretended you died in an accident? Did you really think you could get by with that?
It couldn't be helped. Don't keep blaming me.
What? It's 100% your and my sister's fault. Are you saying it's my fault?
Yes, it is. It's your fault that you're not attractive. Ellie's so cute by comparison. Visiting you in the hospital after you've been seriously injured would just be a bitter experience. It's much more fun to hang out with Ellie. After being with Ellie, I felt like I wanted to break up with you and spend the rest of my life with her.
That's disgusting. Then why didn't you just be honest and say so? Pretending that you disappeared from the world in order to break up with me? Are you crazy?
Huh? Why do you have to go that far?
I know what you're thinking. You lied to me because you didn't want to pay me alimony, didn't you? You're really stingy, aren't you?
Shut up.
Getting angry at me just means I'm right. Well, if there's one thing I didn't do well, it was not seeing who you really were. I don't know why I married a scumbag like you.
Say what you want. It's really your fault for not seeing it. I'm only nice to people I really like. I didn't like you much, but you seemed to love me. That's why I married you, so be grateful.
What? Are you telling me you never really loved me in the first place?
How could anyone really love an ugly person like you? You were making good money. I thought I'd take advantage of you until I found someone else I liked. So when I heard you were in the hospital, my first thought was, I can't count on your income.
That's really horrible.
So I decided to make a move. I decided to be with Ellie. But I thought it'd be a waste to pay alimony to a girl like you. You're right. You've got good instincts. So I talked it over with Ellie and came up with a way to avoid paying alimony.
You two are perfect for each other, aren't you? You're both such jerks.
Why do you have to be such a jerk to me? You insisted on marrying me, so I married you. You should be rather grateful. An ugly woman who can't do anything but work. Who else would take you? You're lucky you got married at least once.
Huh. You don't have to say that. I'll never forgive you for what you did to me.
You don't have to forgive me. I'll be happy with Ellie. I don't care what you think about me anymore.
Oh well, say that while you still can. After Ellie spilled the beans, I contacted a private detective. He's gathering evidence as we speak. We already have a lot of proof. Even this text exchange should be more than enough.
Huh? A detective? I didn't hear anything about that.
Why should I tell you? You should be thankful I told you now. I just called their office. They sent me all the evidence they have. This trip, you and Ellie were sitting in the lobby, holding hands and looking at each other.
You're kidding, right?
I'll ask my lawyer to take care of the rest. You won't be hearing from me anymore.
I'm sorry. I'll pay you the alimony, so just drop the lawyer. We're gonna get in a lot of trouble.
What? What are you talking about?
My parents and your parents heard what happened. They're really pissed off.
Of course they are.
Your parents said they're going to disown your sister. Don't you feel sorry for her?
No, I don't. My parents told me about that too. I think it's only natural.
What are you talking about? You should help Ellie. You're Ellie's sister. You should intermediate. You should be helping her.
What are you talking about? Who do you think is in pain? I've been badly injured and I'm in the hospital in severe pain. I'm going through a rough rehabilitation. My husband doesn't even come to visit me or bring me a change of clothes. On top of that, he's having an affair with my sister. I'm hurt and depressed too. I will never forgive you two for the rest of my life.
What? For the rest of my life? It's going a bit too overboard, huh?
Unlike you, my in-laws are sane, thank God. They bowed down to me over and over again and apologized on your behalf. They must have known you weren't going to pay the alimony anyway. They said they'd pay.
Really? Oh, that's lucky.
And they said they'd make you pay them back.
What?
They said they'll put you to work under their supervision to make sure you don't run away. They said they'll make sure you pay in full what they paid for you.
Oh no.
I've given the in-laws the contact information for the lawyer. I'm sure they're working it out with him. You didn't think I could do anything because I was in the hospital, did you? Don't underestimate me. And you guys are building a house to live in together, right?
Why do you know?
The guy from the detective agency told me. I don't remember you having that kind of money.
Well, I thought that if everybody thought I was dead, I could get the insurance money.
Oh God, I didn't think you were that stupid. Of course, anyone could find out that you're alive if they did a little research. There's no way you'd get the insurance money.
Then what about that house?
I don't know. You'll have to work hard to pay back the loan. Don't ask me about that.
Oh, I know. We'll just get a divorce. I'll get your money from the property division, right?
Huh? There's no way you're getting a hold of that. Most of my savings was saved when I was single. Ever since we got married, you've been stingy with me, but you've been wasting money on yourself. There's almost no savings from after we got married.
Oh no. What are we going to do?
I don't know. It's none of my business. I'm sure you'll be hearing from my lawyer, so make sure you pay up. Tell that to Ellie too.
Sylvia, you are kidding, right? Don't leave us.
Goodbye. Take care. Thanks to the lawyer, the divorce was successfully granted. I was able to get compensation from both of them. The investigation by the detective agency provided us with tons of evidence. He had no choice but to admit his infidelity. Ellie cried and asked our parents for help, but of course, they did not listen to her and turned her away at the door. The house they were going to build together had just started construction. They paid the penalty and gave up on having their own home. They went back to my parents-in-law's house and were forced to work under the supervision of my parents-in-law. Ellie immediately ran away and they separated. Neither my parents nor I know how Ellie is doing now. After a long rehabilitation, I decided to go back to my parents' house. With the support of my parents' kindness, I am slowly regaining my daily life. I can't just take advantage of my parents' kindness. I'm planning to take good care of my parents when I get well again.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.